God. Hallelujah. Well, here again, one more night again. Thank God again for the third week of January. We now start 2023. And we are now entering the third week of January again. And we're talking about the warriors of God for this whole year. You have to survive, This month, talking about survival of the fittest. You have to know how to survive what is coming in the system. These are real, real tough times coming on. I went to England last week, I tell you, and I saw some stuff in England has not hit the Caribbean yet. So we're in a real good place to make some severe changes. We haven't hit our country, our city as yet. What I've seen in London, it was so amazing. I've been to 5 different towns in London. Boy, I see some things that the more advanced in the worldly system than us. And they presume to be prepared. But when I watch the people, they ain't prepared. And there are folks in London trying to get home. And they're trapped. They can't go home. Some folks know it's coming down, the bridge coming down, and they can't do nothing about it. I pray and hope we in the Caribbean don't experience that type of dilemma, And I'm talking this week again, this night session here. We have a midday session. Yesterday we had a power shortage in the studio. No live power. Everything cut off, but it's back up today. And I want to share tonight about the warriors' weapons of movement. Movement. I like a moving target. I'm here today, I go on tomorrow. Movement. That means a person who is constructive to be a part of activities. When you have activities, your life is full of activities, you become difficult to be targeted. When you're doing it for God, you are a warrior. The enemy they get confused when you keep on moving. You're active. And being moved with activities, you become a weapon. You become a weapon. That means it becomes difficult to really control, or it becomes difficult to really be selected. You keep on doing things. You sleep less, and if you're sleeping smart. You don't waste time, and you use time. These kind of movement is like a weapon that you have towards the enemy. Enemy can't figure it out. Because you try to not to keep the crowd that is being controlled by the system. You're not in that crowd. You're a weapon. Once you are not connected to what Caesar's control, you become a tap to Caesar. Caesar find you kind of confusing. They can't figure you out. That's what God is doing in the last days. It's a new and living way. And in the new and living way, there's always a new and living bunch of people. You cannot have a new and living way and the same bunch of people living in the same bunch of way in a new way. If it's a new living way, you have to have new people, a new walk, a new talk. I shared this morning. So a warrior weapon of movement. When you have that weapon, you become difficult to be targeted. I know folks are trying to target me, but God is my shield. He is my shield and my buckler. God is my antenna. He is my telescope. He's my radar. He's my magnifying glass. He makes small things look big in my eyes. I'm moving. I have all the necessary equipment that where I need. I have binoculars. I can see far. All these apparatus we have to attach it to our movement. You know, I was in London last week. I've been around with so much different people. You know, I stayed in different hotels, driving so much different cars, on train and bus, a matter of short time. Because why? It's like I just moved to London and I'm back in Trinidad. And like London had no COVID-19. Everybody just trying to survive. You know. I want to strip this week for you from tonight. Psalms chapter 1. When my good friend and my good brother David wrote that psalm, he wrote that psalm almost 3,000 years ago. Understand? And those psalms was written for a season at that time. And we had to be very careful how we analyze those psalms. Because if you go to analyze those psalms, it can put you in bondage to the system. It can bring you out of God and put you in a place where you're trapped and you have become controlled. You know, and you become, you become populated, and they can identify you because you have no movement. You see. And when David wrote this psalm, it's the first psalm in the Bible, he wrote this psalm to identify some characteristics that we have to really contain. And these characteristics is also progressive to suit the dispensation that is coming. Now, next 40 years from now, if God didn't come as yet, or 50 years, this psalm will have a different level of connotation. It will have a different level of meaning because the environment is that man or that person. The word man, it didn't mean male man. Blessed is that man, it didn't mean masculine man. You know? It means a human being, a woman, a man, a boy, or a girl. Blessed. So don't feel it's only a masculine thing or a macho thing. No. Blessed. And the word blessed means happy. It means a person who is happy or fortunate or prosperous and invaluable is that man. That means you have value. When you have value in yourself, you are blessed. When you understand what it is to be happy, when you are blessed, no one should make you happy. You should make yourself happy. You see, I have learned in my state I'm in to make myself happy. You see? Because that is what the blessing of God that my friend and my brother David was portraying. Are you happy? Are you happy with your job? Happy with your finance? Happy with your health? Happy with your brain set? Happy. And he said again to fortunate. When you are fortunate, that means you are handpicked by God. You are special. Do you see yourself special? Can you say, I'm a special child? You are fortunate. That means even though around everybody else, God can see you, see the difference in you. That's what the author is saying here. Happy, fortunate, and prosperous. It did not mean financialness or financial ability. The word prosperous, it means you understand that you are healthy, you are strong, you are vibrant, your mindset, you have wisdom bubbling in your mind. You have your mind, you know who you are. Prosperity today is knowing who you are and what you contain. Not money and cars and houses. You have to be in your right mind. Oh, call me here. Enviable. That means when you are enviable means to say that you have standard. You know, You have class. You know. So blessed is that man, that person. You know, and that is what it is saying. You guys talking too hard inside here. You know, that is what it's saying here when you are blessed. You know, is that man, that person that walketh. No, the word walketh, it did not mean you're walking. No, that did not mean walking. The word walketh, it means that a person whose lifestyle, right? Who he says who walketh not in the direction of the ungodly. He said here, it's your life. Blessed, come on, with scripture. Blessed is the man who walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. He's talking here about your lifestyle. Your lifestyle does not connected with the ungodly way of doing things totally. See? Walk and live not in the direction of the ungodly person. That means when you are blessed, hey, I tell you this, boy, when you are blessed, you know, your lifestyle, I'll be around people who's ungodly, but I wouldn't hang with people who's ungodly. I wouldn't make them my close friend. I would not make the ungodly make me feel comfortable in their presence. I will not be around ungodly people and they accept me as one of them. If I'm around the ungodly, they must know I am not like them. If I am like them, that means I'm walking, I'm living, and my lifestyle is like them. So when I go around the ungodly must know, hey, this man or this woman is different. He's talking about the weapons, you know, the warrior, the weapon of a warrior. Your lifestyle must have a standard. You know, I just went to London. Everywhere I go, in the mall, in the restaurant, if I'm on the train, I'm in the bus, people know this man, who is he? My lifestyle, the way I ask questions, the way I approach people, the way I walk and I stand, and the way I present myself. You can see although I may have my own problems, I may have my own attacks, I have my internal war, but they can see my lifestyle, I am fortunate. They can see my lifestyle, I have some kind of value, and they know I am alone, so I am not with no ungodly presence. So blessed is that person that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You know, and when you say the counsel of ungodly, is to follow their advice and their plan and their purposes. One of the things, I was talking to one of my boys today, you know, I was trying to show him that no one can lead me. I said, try to be like that. If a person has to lead you, they must be taking you where you want to go. You must not let them lead you to where they want to go and you want to go. The counsel of the ungodly can take you a place where you don't want to go and your plan and purpose does not fit in. So David is saying here, blessed is that person who walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, which is to follow their advice, their plan, and their purposes. And that is what I'm trying to get to you in this time here. And when you have this kind of lifestyle, you become a weapon. You become sharp. People can use you in the sense as a progressive state. You know? And I'm trying to be myself tonight. But I'm gonna rip this psalm up for this whole week. You know? So blessed is that man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. It's to follow advice. Nor standeth in the ways of sinners. No. The word stand didn't mean stand like that. No. Sorry. The word stand it means to submit yourself, to be inactive. The word stand means that you are around people who is doing nothing, going nowhere, and achieving nothing. They ain't care about nobody. They want to have, they have people right now, they have no friend. They just living a life. They don't know how to associate with kingdom people. Imagine you are a child of God and you have beef and problem with people who's child of God. You have beef or problem with saints and you are a saint. There's something wrong with you. Nor standeth in the way of sinners, to be submissive. I don't submit to nobody who does not give me encouragement to really obey God, to live for God, to walk with God. I will not submit to nobody. I don't care who they are. I wouldn't submit to my own wife. Because I had a little wife, not submit to my wife. He said, husband, love your wife. I love my wife. And the wife submit. So I will submit to my wife, but I'll give her a hearing. But, because Eve come to Adam, he didn't listen. He heard. So submissive, you have to understand that you must be able to know what direction, and never take a direction that is inactive. And it says, so blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of the sinners. Come on, baby. Stand in the way of the sinners. The sinners, the sinners. Nor sit in the seat of the scornful. Where the scornful, you don't be where the scornful and mockers gather. When I go to the block, on any place, I go to the block, where they have idle conversation, where they have gathering, guys just cutting the hair, talking, and I put up on the block. And people took me behind, and I go out. When I go on these places and I pass on the block, they must know there's a new kid in town. See, and they must know I am not a part of them. Anytime they see me, a part of them, I don't have God right. Where there's corners and the mockers gather, don't go and dwell there. Pass through there, effect them there, move on. In the path where the sinners walk, don't sit down there, don't relax. Don't go no block and line with smoking marijuana, smoking cigarette, and you go on the sun and yeah boy, yeah girl, and then yeah girl, and then no girl, and no. If you go there, it's God. Talk God, Christ, Holy Ghost. Don't go there and talk yeah, and join them. That is not what it is. That means you put your weapon down and you have no class. You have no standard, and you become useless to God in the place where the sinners and the scoffers are. Hey, Kazi, like Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. I'm coming against one. Watch out. Remember this right now. This whole month here. Survival of the fittest. Much love.